what's up guys? So this video is going to be a little bit more raw because there's a lot of videos out there where you can, how to close your first website client, how to get started in digital marketing, how to post in Facebook groups. And I don't know, some of them have like a ton of likes, like 15,000 views. The comments are so positive, but I watch those videos and like they're very basic. Like they're not really giving you anything, maybe some tactical stuff, but like there's no substance to it. And then you got the other videos where you're just seeing guys Stripe accounts. They're absolutely killing it. They give you like a little bit, but like there's not a lot of meat and potatoes in there. So there's so much of that. So I was like, well, there's no point in me making these videos of how to get your first website client or how to post in a Facebook group. Like, I want to give you like the inside of what it's like actually running the business. Like a little bit of the operation side, yes, but just like the reality of running a business. Because I don't think there's a lot of channels doing that. So just a couple things. So right now I want to be focusing on like hitting higher revenue targets. Basically, I wouldn't use the word stuck, but I'm kind of in like the $6,000 to $9,000 month range. Like I'm hitting that consistently month after month, but I'm not really breaking out of that. So this is a new channel. I don't know who's watching it. If you're running agencies yourself, if you're just interested in making money online, if you're just in the beginning stages, I'm not really sure. But with where I'm at, it's like I have been like at the start, like the very start, this would be like years and years ago. It's just like, I would be stoked with like 1,000 extra bucks a month, $500 a month online. Wow, could you imagine? I could pay my rent or I could go on an extra trip. So like your mindset kind of starts there. Then you evolve and say, oh, I can maybe do this full time or whatever. Oh, if I could just make 4,000 or 5,000, right? So I'm at that point now, $6,000 to $9,000. Like I could pay my bills. I could go grocery shopping, like I could get whatever I want for the most part. I can go eat out. I can, go on some trips. But like, it's not really that glamorous. Like it sounds like, $9,000, it's a lot, but it's not. By the time you pay your rent, I have some like investment property, so I have to pay those too. Everyone has a little bit of debt. You pay that. It's like, there's not really a ton left over. You're not just like, living in any sense of luxury. Like I have a good life, but it's not, crazy. Where I feel if you break past just a little bit through like 12 to 15, 15 to 20, then I think your life actually changed. I think that's enough money to see some actual change in your lifestyle, because then like even 12, 15, like you have enough to pay all your bills, pay some debt, invest a couple $1,000s a month, $2,000, $3,000 a month. That's a lot. If you're investing $2,000 to $3,000 a month, you're killing it. Plus, if you already have like the 6 to 9, you already have like your lifestyle and your bills covered. Even just like an extra 1,000, an extra 2,000 of just like pure play money, like that totally is a different way of operating from the 6 to 9. Even like, okay, you want a personal trainer, no problem. You want the best supplements, no problem. You need a break. You want to, get a $200-$300 a night hotel every couple of weeks, go on a mini trip, no problem. You can do all that at 12 to 15 and 15 and above, obviously. But again, that 6 to 9, you're living good, but I don't know. I'm grateful, but I've been at this level for a while. So the whole point I'm trying to make here is I'm really trying to get to that next level. So I'm just going to get hyper focused on like one thing basically, which is just my outreach and my sales process. So I already redid my proposal, my sales proposal. It's like way better. It's super tight. I think it's going to convert better. I'm also just really brushing up on my sales calls now, really having more strategy, really taking that serious. So I'm going to focus on those two things. And then the outreach, right? It's like, I just got to be doing more outreach to my niche, which is contractors, and closing those guys. And, if I close a couple more projects at $3,000 to $5,000, like just one or two more, that's going to put me in that next zone where your life actually changes. So what I'm trying to do is just remove things that aren't aligned with that. Like, there's things in my day, or even certain clients or certain activities that I'm doing, that aren't going to get me there, where if I just hyper focus on the sales process, that I believe will take me to the next level. So that's kind of why I'm doing this more raw style video. Like, I do want to be consistent on dropping these videos every Saturday, and I do want to provide value. But like the last video I made, it was more like the day in the life. Like, I went over my whole to-do list. We went into, kind of my day. Like, we did lifestyle stuff, we exercised, I showed you I'm living in Mexico, we went into the city, did like some sightseeing. I put in like a little bit of training, all like the proposals, all the texts I was sending my clients. So it was basically like a full day of video editing, and that's great. I don't have any problem doing that. It's enjoyable. But I was like, now it's Friday today. Instead of spending a whole day making a video, again, this is like probably not, I'm not making these for the money, but like my ideal clients aren't in this audience right now watching this video. Like this, I'm not doing this for money, but this video is not going to make me any money today, right? Like, that's not the point of it. So I'm just going to shift my energy, at least shortly, even though it's a new channel, into hyper focusing on the sales. Because now it's like, well, I got the whole day. Now I'm going to make content for my ideal clients. Now I'm going to spend 2 hours doing cold outreach and prospecting my ideal clients. Hey, I'm going to spend the day and really get into my sales call and really dial it in, right? So just focusing on those things that are going to move the needle to 12 to 15. Now, I definitely still want to take you along and provide good, valuable content for you throughout kind of the next, immediate short term. I'm not sure how long I'm going to run this channel, but for right now, I do want to, share. But this is the kind of stuff I want to share, what it's actually like running the business, and not just like, hey, this is how you can get a client. Hey, come with me. Let's post in a few Facebook groups. I'll be before and after, and then make a 15-minute video. And like, I don't know if there's much value there. Maybe if you're like just beginning, where you know nothing, like those videos can be, wow, that's so much value. That's incredible. But like, again, I'm not sure where you're at on this journey, but like if you're a little bit seasoned, yeah, like I say, I'm not making like the crazy money yet. There's not a lot of value in there. So like I said, I think this is just like a little different style, a little more authentic, a little more real of what it's actually like. Like, I have my notepad right in front of me, like I'm just running my business off this pad, right? Yesterday, I had 5 phone calls from my ad. That's crazy. So I had some client work to get done, but I was just on calls with potential new leads, which is awesome. But out of those 5, I have 4 proposals to send today. So that's going to take me like a good couple hours plus the outreach. So that's why I didn't want to just spend all day creating just like a video just to kind of have fun. Because then the other thing is, and again, I'm not sure how you guys think about it, but there's guys out there with the exact same skill set as me. Their websites are no better than mine. In fact, some of mine are better than theirs visually, but they're better at selling. They have mastered that. They're better at filling their pipeline. They're better at the cold outreach, and they're better at the sales calls. And they even have, because their pipeline's so full, they even have higher prices, where some of them are dominating me on a month-to-month basis of sales, with, again, doing like the exact same thing. Like, their day probably doesn't look much different, and they're probably not working that much harder, but they're making like 5 times as much on the higher end as I'm making, right? So that'd be like, maybe 45,000 a month, 50,000 a month. So I'm not gonna shoot for the moon yet. I just want to bump up from 12 to 15. So again, that's why I just want to have that laser focus for the short term of just on the sales process. Like I said, just need to sell 1 or 2 more consistently. That's going to bump me to the next level. then it seems like there's levels. So you just kind of chill at one level for a bit. You kind of get sick of it. You push hard, you get to the next one. So like I said, I started with the, hey, let's just make $500 a month, right? And oh, wow, maybe if I could just make enough to quit my job. Oh, wow, I'm making enough. Maybe if I could just pay all my bills with it, it'd be great. Oh, if I could just pay my bills and travel a little bit, well, that's now. And now it's kind of like, okay, I want to do all those things, but I also want to be stacking some money at the end of each month and investing at least $2,000 to $3,000 on the minimum. So again, it's just bumping to the next level. So instead of just, being at the start and be like, I want to make 50K, like, yeah, some guys do it, but I doubt you're going to. So just kind of break it up into these mini steps. And then once you're there, you kind of stay in a certain phase for a little bit. You get used to it. It becomes your normal. You kind of get sick of it. And then you want to get to the next. Because I'm sure there's guys out there who have been in that 12 to 15 to 20K range, and they just get sick of it. And they want to get to 50. And then once they're in the 50, they figure out, hey, I need to get to that 100K. I'm sick of this 50K. I feel stuck. So it's like you always feel stuck, even though like your past self would be stoked where you're at. So it's just a raw video. Take that for what it is. I hope there was some value in there, and we'll talk to you on the next one.